we're in the same business. That is to help our community. And we couldn't do it without the JCRC and the work that you do to carry out the values of the Jewish community.
Thank you so much to JCRC for all of your support. You have always been consistent advocates for all of our shared values.
Your work has never been more important than it has been these last 2 years, and it's because of your leadership and the remarkable innovation that the organizations you support have shown.
We are starting this hour once again with the breaking news. At least 4 people are believed to be held hostage right now, including a rabbi.
Most recently, when we had the situation happening in Texas, we were on the phone coordinating with all the National Capital Region chiefs, the JCRC. You know, Ron has the capability to, and he exercises this certainly, to be able to pick up the phone and call the right people at the right time to get things done.
On behalf of Montgomery County's Jewish community, I want to say to our African American family and friends that we stand with you in solidarity and say loudly and publicly, we share your pain, we are here for you, and we always will be.
Montgomery County is the only jurisdiction that we're aware of in the state and region that provides security grant opportunities to help houses of worship with increased security. We created this grant program upon the urging of the Jewish Community Relations Council of Greater Washington.
We in the Jewish community will not live in fear, nor will we cower. We will not permit this unprecedented wave of violence to deter us from observing our faith publicly and with pride. And we will stand together with our fellow Americans of all backgrounds in support and unity, as we have always done, should they find themselves victims of senseless hatred.
I'm here today in support of Expedited Bill 2122, which aims to reduce the dramatic rise in gun violence. At the JCRC, one of our highest priorities is the safety and security of all faith-based institutions, particularly Jewish houses of worship.
At Watkins Elementary, the principal says he heard reports that a staff member staged a Holocaust reenactment.
Probably no student in that class will ever forget that this happened. This is not the way those kids should have learned about the Shoah. But we're committed to continuing to work with the school system to help them better understand, have better cultural competency.
There was business to get down to, which included approving the calendar year for next school year, which for the first time has days off for Jewish, Hindu, and Muslim religious holidays.
I'm grateful that next year our calendar will better support our community, but the calendar is just the beginning of much needed work to fight anti-Semitism in our community and here at FCPS. JCRC has been an incredible partner in helping to respond to and combat anti-Semitism in our schools.
So many of our families at Temple Road of Shalom were so happy to hear about the holidays that were going to be observed, both Jewish holidays and other minority religions. I also feel that giving these holidays sends a really important message about inclusivity and about religious diversity and just diversity in general within our school district.
The hostility that so many people hold towards Jews and that leads to so much anti-Semitism is learned, and you guys are being presented with the opportunity to help them unlearn this or give them a different preconceived notion that it's just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad or wrong.
This commemoration today is both a reminder of the horrors of the past and a celebration of those who have stood up in perhaps the greatest act of defiance in human history.
Even though we never met our grandparents, never met our uncle, they exist through us. They influence us. We reflect their values, their culture, and they enrich us. As we represent the larger continuum of our people and our Judaism, God bless America, our golden Medina, and our refuge.
Our synagogues are part of an effort that has helped to settle and support nearly 300 refugee families. Finding affordable housing has been the primary and most important issue consistently challenging these efforts.
Most recently, JCRC provided us with grant funds to support our Afghan families' educational needs ranging from ESL classes to professional trainings to back-to-school supplies for young children. Temple B'nai Shalom would like to thank JCRC for helping TBS live the Jewish value of Gimilut Hasadim by welcoming the stranger and fulfilling our mission of caring for one another and the world around us.
Forcing Jewish pregnant individuals whose rabbis have advised them that Jewish law requires them to terminate their pregnancies, to violate that religious directive, is simply unacceptable.
We're hearing so much on the national stage about life inside a woman or inside a childbearing person, and that we oftentimes forget about the vessel that is bearing the child.
Self-legitimacy of establishing Israel is as a Jewish and democratic state. The question, what does it mean to be a Jewish and democratic state?
Well, my dad used to say, when everything looks hopeless, you're the hope. And I grew up with that sense, and we've taught that to our kids too.
My hope and my blessing here in this is that we find a place to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, and we learn how to engage in a way that we can really see each other in our humanity for all of the difficulties that it brings, and be okay with the imperfections.